父さん頑張って作ったやつよ。普通の釘だったらさ、
ああ、みたいね。はい。
スクルー釘でいいですから。全部で取るな。もうこんだけだったらもう最初から作った方が早いね。
This project is about repairing a DIY built balcony deck. The client requested partial repairs to keep the cost down. But to be honest, there's nothing we can really salvage. Because the nails were driven straight in, water seeped in and rotted the substructure.
じゃあ同じようにこういうふうには作れないってことね。
Requests like, just fix it simply, are often quite challenging for craftsmen.
頑張って作ったんやけどね。
さあどうする？
We want to respect the client's budget as much as possible. But we also can't afford to end up in the rain.
あ、わかったわかった。5分の抜きを間に入れて、掛け打って、で、値段。足出たらダメかな。
It's common to receive requests from families who can no longer maintain what was DIY built. After explaining the difficulties of partial repairs, we decided to rebuild the entire deck. For the deck boards, we'll use 105mm by 30mm Hinoki cedar. This Hinoki wood is clean and almost knot free. We sand the surface and round the edges. Preparing and processing the wood took an entire day. We head to the work site. Since we're not using scaffolding, we'll rely on this ladder to move in and out during the work. How many trips up and down this ladder will we make today? The work conditions make it nearly impossible to do everything alone. We start by continuing with the demolition work. It looks like some kind of string is connecting the deck boards and the balcony handrail. It seems to be some sort of reinforcement to prevent the handrail from collapsing. Well, whatever. Let's just remove it. So, the issue is this air conditioning unit. we considered temporarily placing the unit on blocks.
いや、ちょっと釣れんね。
Still, it's going to be in the way while we build the deck, so we'd prefer to lift it out of the way. Let's get creative and figure out a solution. We'll place a beam across the top of the window frame and reinforce it diagonally to prevent shifting.
これいこうか。
This small effort before starting the main work will save us time later. The AC unit will just have to stay like this for a while. We're replacing the rotted substructure of the drip edge. Even the wood, further inside, beyond the cedar board, has rotted. We can't leave this as it is. It has to be fixed.
下地がないのか。6尺ここなかったらもうアウトやな。
We'll estimate the position of the column behind the drip edge and secure it with screws.
これ芯だな。
This house has columns spaced 910mm apart, with intermediate studs every 455mm in between.
聞いてくれ。いかん。下地腐っとるんかね。
There's no substructure in the location where it should have been.
見えないよ、多分な。
We'll aim for the corner column and secure it with screws at an angle.
よしよし。
The repairs to the substructure for attaching the deck boards are now complete. The work of lifting the AC unit and repairing the substructure ended up taking a lot of time. We apply wood preservative to the support beams under the floor.
OK。14。こっちが。
Using a laser, we check the level and adjust the height of the floor supports.
2ミリ下げるわ。
For the short side of the balcony, 800 millimeters, we decided to create a 2 millimeter slope.
それ何？
これパッキン入れようかなと思って。いや別にこれが正解っていうわけじゃないよ。だけどなんかね、念のためやとこ
このパッキンどうするの？
ここを見て、ここ雨が溜まるやんね。水たまりができるよね。ってことはさ、雨漏りしやすいわけよ。いつまでもここの木が濡れたまんまになる。そう。
腐っちゃう。
そうそう、腐っちゃう。で、それを回避するために、このパッキンを入れる。
水切りと掛けの間に。
そう。するとさ、隙間が空いて水が抜けるように。でちょうどさ、ここに柱が探したもんで、ここがよくビス効く場所だったんで、でビス穴からも雨が入っちゃうでしょ、パッキンで普通の外壁だったらいいんだけど、この下ってもう中だから、バルコニーの場合はこれぐらいしないと絶対に後で雨漏りする。で今レベル決まったもんで、一回抜いて。
We'll gently pry the support beam away from the drip edge and insert the spacer.
ついてもいいから。ちょっと失敗したね。もうちょっと次からはちゃんとやるね。
I'm sure many craftsmen put a lot of thought into their work behind the scenes, in ways the client never sees.
なんか全部いいっす、緩めるわ。
As professionals, we must ensure the final result is durable and long-lasting. We'll now install the floor supports on the opposite side. On this side, there were no issues, and the screws held firmly everywhere. The balcony is narrow, and there's no workspace inside the house, so we have to go up and down the ladder multiple times. Repair work like this requires the skill to work in all sorts of awkward positions.
Oreないでくれ。折れるな。
This area had rotten substructure, so the screws didn't hold well. We reinforced it by adding a column.
So それは小口を防水してんの？
うん。防腐剤でもいいけど、もうそもそも小口から取っちゃう。偉いでしょ。
偉いね。
あとはこの子ね。
釘穴か。
天板にこうやってビス打つから、こんだけの穴で漏れるんやね。
脳天元打っちゃダメってこと？
絶対ダメ。
Now, we'll start attaching the deck boards. We are making a jig to drill pilot holes in the deck boards. We roughly cut the deck boards to length and will trim them to exact sizes at the site. We lay out the boards and sort them by color, darker red ones and lighter white ones. Due to budget constraints, we are leaving the boards unpainted this time. We drill pilot holes on only one side of each board. Finally, we're ready to start attaching the deck boards. We mark a reference line and check the alignment along the wall. Since the wall is curved, we'll decide whether to follow the curve or lay the boards straight. This time, we'll use a compromise approach, aligning the boards with the curve as much as possible. We calculate the spacing and angles to ensure a neat and clean finish. Boards with knots are placed at the edges or under the sliding shutter housing.
Hey!
We avoided installing boards lengthwise across the joists. This simplified the design for areas exposed to rain and made it easier to maintain.
なんかあった時にこうパッとめくれるでさ、点検できるでさ、こっちに短くなるのかな。
Now, we've reached the section under the AC unit. From the client's perspective, it's hard to understand why something can't be fixed simply. It's one of those things you don't realize until you're in that position
あ、合
yourself.
ってる合ってる。
That's why I believe the most important thing is to ensure we're satisfied with the quality of the work we deliver.
室外機は
Finally, we can lower the AC unit. He seems relieved now that he has finally been able to come down.
Nice.
We're almost done with the work. If we had simply done a quick and easy fix as requested, it would have quickly failed and needed to be redone. Of course, there are times when that choice is made deliberately. But I hope the client is happy with the results of the choices we made this time. Thank you for watching.